Sparkle Squad, this is Monica, and tonight I am opening my first bargain bead box. So this is something where they have a subscription box, the bargain bead box, which is monthly, and then they have a sister site, which is the bead box bargains. If you like what you see in your box that you're getting monthly, you can go to their sister site and get a certain percentage off of additional components or beads or whatever, or even things that you haven't seen in your monthly box. So just kind of, this gives you a little preview of what you could get if they're not sold out at their sister site bead box bargains. So this is my very first one. Now I tried to get on last month when they had a beautiful turquoise and teal blue, and just, it was a beautiful set. And I did not make it in time, and then they sold out and had to shut their subscriptions down temporarily. So I did not receive last month's box. Now the first thing that I appreciate is the fact that they shipped it to me in my turquoise blue brand colors here. There's no pink on it, but you know, one of the colors is cool. And then they have a shipment ID key so that you can figure out what you have, which that is really cool. And on the other side of it is more information and apparently the theme. So this will be the Celtic inspirations. It talks about your theme. You get a coupon for 30% off over at the sister site Bead Box Bargains. There's also some contest information that they have here apparently. So I'm really excited about this for the first ever box that I've gotten from Bargain Bead Box. And being the Celtic theme, it's gone into a green organza bag. So this is really nice and shiny. Very pretty. Has all of the packages in here together. Let's open up this bag. Oh, so beautiful already. I can see some things that I'm going to love. Okay. So we have numbers here, and I'm going to put them in order and then come back. Opening this up, it looks like we have 19 packages. I went off camera and put everything in order, so I do have 19 packages, so that's really nice that you can see what you're supposed to have and make sure that you have all of those accountable and then what they all actually are. So I'm just going to go over what each of these are according to the list. So number 1, down here are some little teardrops, and this looks like, yeah, green aventurine teardrop pendants. Very pretty. I don't really work with green colors in my designing, except for like holidays around Christmas time or St. Patrick's. So this is going to be one of those types of palettes that's going to be like the Pantone colors of the year. If you saw my shipwreck bead collections that I won, it just really kind of gets me outside of the color schemes that I normally work in. This is going to be another one of those situations. Very nice and earthy. So maybe I could use this for my Earth Day designing. Number 2 are some 7.5 millimeter 3-petal bead caps. This is like these little flower designs. You can always use bead caps. I love being able to get different sizes of those. It's in a silver color. Number 3 are the Celtic Knot flat round charms. These are nice weight too. Very pretty. Get 4 of these. Number 4 are knotwork charm links. So you've got a little loop here on one side, but since it's open, you could technically do any kind of connector type deal or use it as a charm. Number 5, 14-inch strand of 6 millimeter green agate in round. Very pretty color there. And number 6 is a 10-piece strand of 13.5 millimeter crystal disco faceted round beads in a blue and green color. You can open that up so you can see without the bag, the plastic bag getting in the way. Sounds like we're getting a little bit of hail mixed in with the rain out here, guys. So it's going to get a little noisy. A lot of thunderstorms here now that it's warmed up in Kentucky. That's got beautiful sparkle to it. Look at that. It picks up some green in the light, and it's got blue to it, some gold. Very pretty. These are rather large. Ew, I love the look of that. The sparkle in that's amazing. It's just like it's on fire. Number 7 is a 1 meter, 5 and 3.5 millimeter textured steel jewelry chain. So it's like a cable chain, and it's got some marks in it to give it a little bit of extra character there. Some little ridges in the silver tone color. Now, every month, as I understand from my fellow YouTubers that also get this box, it's always different. So, number 8 is a 50-piece 5.5 millimeter swirled rope spacer bead. And these are very handy in earrings, any other design element that you have to kind of break up your beads and things. Uh-oh. Ooh, there's the thunder. Silver tone spacers. Number 9 is a Celtic knot donut with a loop. Now see, that's going to make me want donuts. These are really pretty. Look at that. Very nice. The back side has ridges, and then the front side is your design element. You got 2 of those. You could do some earrings with that if you wanted to, or make pendants. And number 10 is a 16-inch strand 6x4 millimeter crystal rondelle in the teal green champagne. And it looks like it is a Aurora Borealis kind of sparkle to it with that rainbow effect there. I mean, look at how beautiful that is. Ooh, goodness, it's got a lot of sparkle, shimmer to it. Love that. There's a little bit of gold and yellow, like a pale yellow in there with that teal green blue. We have number 11 is a 5-piece strand of 12 millimeter hand-carved green aventurine leaf beads. Let's see the detail in those. Very pretty. You can see the markings of a leaf design in those. Really pretty. My kitty cat is coming over here because she's getting scared of the storm. Number 12 is an 8-piece 18.5 by 15.5 millimeter Dara Knot drops or links. I didn't know that's what that's called. D-A-R-A, Dara Knot. I always just call that a Celtic knot. I guess there's a difference. I need to Google that. That's another way to have a little bit of beading education in your life, is to see, you know, the differences in things. So like number 3 is the Celtic knot, and then this is a Dara knot. Look how similar that looks. Okay, so that was number 12. Number 13 is a non-piece strand of 10 millimeter green aventurine round beads. You can see the little striations and the color, the specks in there. Kind of a milky aventurine color there. Number 14 are 4 sets of 16 by 21 millimeter ornate toggle clasps. Now, some of you may have noticed I mentioned that I was going to be working in themes, but going to be working mainly in collections moving forward rather than holiday themes most times. So I'm going to test that out. But look how pretty of a clasp that is. So this bar will go through the center, and it is referred to as a toggle clasp. It's a nice quality too. It's not flimsy, which means it won't bend easily, especially if you're going to use those for bracelets. And it's got an ornate design to it. Very nice. Number 15 is a 30 by 20 millimeter green adventuring teardrop focal. At first I thought it didn't have a hole, but it does. So you can use this as a pendant. You can bead around that and make a cabochon pendant, or you can just put it straight on as it is. You can wire wrap. Let me show you that. Look at all the markings in that. How pretty. I love that. I hope you're enjoying the sounds of the thunderstorm. Number 16 is a 7-inch strand of 8 millimeter faceted English cut candy jade beads, and these will be dyed. Usually when they refer to something being candied, they are dyed in color. But these are still beautiful. Look at that. Look at the shape of that with the faceting. It's not a usual faceted round. It's more triangular while still being a round-ish style bead. They're very pretty. Okay, number 17 is a 2-piece 24 to 27 millimeter half matte green agate coin beads. And these, wow, I didn't know that was agate. I thought that was glass. It's very pretty. Look at that. So it's shiny here in the center and then kind of frosted. It's really pretty. Yeah, so you can see on the side here the markings that it has. I don't know, I think that's kind of a flawed one right there. I don't really like the look of that. But this other one's pretty. That might be like a misfit piece of jewelry just for me. Or I could take seed beads and make a little pendant, just go all the way around it, or wire wrapping. My little string bean got scared with the thunder, y'all. Alright, so that is the coin beads. Then number 18 is a 7-inch strand of 8 by 6 millimeter crystal rondelle beads in a metallic green iris. Ooh, some more fire for you all. Look at that. So this has like silver, gold, green, yellow. I don't see any blue in it. Wow, the storm's getting pretty bad. I don't see any, well, it's sort of like a silvery blue. It's very pretty though. And then number 19 is 2 pieces of 29.5 millimeter triquetra pendants. Look how detailed that is. Really pretty. There's the Celtic symbol here in the center of that, the knot. So that is the final package of the beads for my March 2021 bargain bead box with its handy dandy little identification key. And it talks about here your beads being rich greens and sparkling teal combined with silver findings in this Celtic collection. Highlights include green adventuring teardrops and carved leaves, a pair of half matte agate focal beads, and an array of high quality silver tone findings. Celtic motifs include the triquetra, often representing spirituality, unity, and eternity, and the Dara Knot, typically used to represent strength, like the roots of an oak tree. We hope you enjoy designing with these timeless symbols. And yes, I will. So thank you. That was kind of a little bit of an Irish history lesson, sort of, so to speak, for me. And learning what the different knots look like and all of that stuff. So I'm really happy with that. This is my first bargain bead box. I am looking forward to trying to figure out some designs with these and looking forward to my future boxes. In comparison to the Potomac bead box that I usually get, these are more for your average beader that is looking to get things added into your bead collection. Whereas the Potomac bead box, you can do that as well, but on maybe a smaller scale for if you are a bead weaver. So those are two different aspects of jewelry making. These I can use in my regular bead stringing jewelry making, which most jewelry makers, you know, enjoy doing that, like making your bracelets, making your necklaces, and you're not using a bead woven pattern to do so. Whereas Potomac beads, you can do a lot of things with those beads as well, but primarily a lot of people go to them for their patterns. This is for whatever. So I love that they work in themes. That way you can kind of design that way if you want to in your themes, or you can use these just in your stash for whatever elements that you want to do. I am satisfied with this, and I'm looking forward to making my first designs with my bargain bead box bead haul, y'all. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Share it to any of your jewelry making friends that might enjoy all of these lovely beading components here that you see. And if you've not already done so, subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment below. Which one was your favorite of these that you saw? Or if you have any questions for me, I'll be happy to answer. I love to hear from all of you. And until next time, have a sparkle-rific day, y'all. Bye.